friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Ellie Lee with Ellie Lee Designs. And if you're one of my amazing subscribers, thank you so much for the support and for tuning back in to see what I have in store for you today. Now I have an important question for you guys. Have you ever seen that really super cute home decor item that you really like, but you didn't quite love it because it was missing that special something, and then you just decided not to get it, but then you get home and realize, oh, maybe I could have done something with it and it would have fit perfectly? Well, that's what I'm going to be doing today. I found a really cute piece and I decided to take you on the transformation journey of how I took that I really like it to I really love it piece of decor for my home. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I did is jump into Cricut Design Space, and I created the text that I wanted to put under the word welcome on a sign that I had purchased on sale at the Hobby Lobby. I did this by clicking on the text box on the side, typing out the words "to our home," and just repositioned them in a way that I felt would look nicer with the lettering that was already on the sign I had bought. Then once I aligned up the letters, I clicked on the weld button, resized the image so that the letters fit the dimension of the space that I was going to be putting them on. And then I clicked the Make It button. Since I was working with the vinyl, I didn't need to mirror the image, so I just clicked Continue. Now I selected the premium vinyl as a base material, then I clicked on More for pressure because the material that I was using was going to be a little thicker than the regular vinyl. And after that was complete, I head over to my mat to put my material onto the cutting mat. Then I place my cutting mat into the machine and press the little Cricut C so that I can cut my design. Once my machine cut my design, I removed the contact paper from the cutting mat by flipping over my cutting mat and peeling the cutting mat off of my contact paper. Next, I grabbed my stab and grab tool and began weeding my design. Now, I just happened to be out of my white vinyl, so I wasn't able to use it for this project, so I ended up improvising by using some leftover white contact paper that I had ordered some time ago for a separate project and still had some left over. I was actually quite happy with it anyway because the contact paper had a little bit of texture to it, so I feel like it looked better on the surface that it was going on versus just a very plain matte vinyl. Once my design was weeded out, I grabbed some transfer paper and varnished it over my design so that I can transfer it onto my sign. And if I'm being 100% honest, what should have been the easiest part, and that was removing the transfer tape off of the paper backing, it was actually the most difficult part because the contact paper kept sticking onto my fingers and coming off the transfer paper. So it literally took me about 3 minutes until I finally got it all off. It really wasn't even worth the time spent on it because it turns out that I really just could have letter by letter aligned them onto the sign myself, which is exactly what I ended up having to do because the letters were then sticking more onto the transfer paper than it was to the sign itself. If you have a trick for something I could have done differently, please share in the comment section below. I'd really love to hear from your experience as well, and I'm sure there's something else that I may have been able to do just to make this a little bit of a smoother transfer. And once I finished that, I still felt there was something missing, so I hopped back into Design Space and went to my images to select a little image of a bee. I thought this would be a cute addition that can go on the metal portion of the sign. Once I found my image, I followed the same steps to cut my image, only this time I used black vinyl to cut my design. This vinyl was so much easier to weed out, so it didn't take me long at all. I do recommend using a lint roller to stick your vinyl onto when you're weeding out. It makes it so much easier and keeps your workspace neat and tidy. Then came my favorite part, which was putting my design onto my sign and pulling back that transfer tape. It was such a smooth transfer and I enjoyed absolutely every second of it. Alright guys, so what did you think of this simple transformation? Would you have done something differently? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm curious to see what other ideas you may have. And in addition, if you like this video, please leave that comment below because this helps me bring you the content you want to see and that you find most helpful. And if you haven't subscribed already, I encourage you to do so by clicking on that subscription box below and hitting that notification bell so that you don't miss my weekly videos. Thank you so much, and until next time, my friends, bye.